across live and speak to Jackson Janes, a senior fellow at the German Marshall Fund. It's so good to speak to you, Jackson. Thanks for joining us. So how do you think it all went between the two men? It felt, pretty cordial, pretty relaxed.
I think so. I mean, basically, your correspondent said, he kind of got away with this one without falling into a Zelensky trap. And in that respect, I think it was useful for him, Merz in particular, to have had that meeting that will play positively, I think, back in Germany for him. Interesting for me, however, was the reference that he made, Merz, the one time or two times or three times when he actually got a word in, about June 6th tomorrow, and how he said, "We owe you." And I think that's always going to be something of a way for him to interject questions about, can we deal with Russia together? Can we deal with tariffs together based upon that legacy? I think that was a smart move on his part.
And it's a very different feel, wasn't it, to some of the other world leaders that we've had in that room? The way in which the Trump team didn't really speak, the way in which there weren't any surprises, no props used by President Trump. It felt much more cordial.
It definitely was. And I think that to some extent, Trump said something about the fact that you are my friend. And I believe that he sees him as someone who is going to make a difference in the European theater, given the fact that he is now the new chancellor. And the one thing I think that also plays a role for him, particularly with Trump, is that he didn't particularly like his predecessors. And I think in this case, he can say, I can start afresh with this gentleman who had experience in the same world that I've lived in the private sector.
OK, thank you very much indeed.